Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I want to teach you how to work out the trig ratios involving radians. Of course, there's the PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. So first one, to work out this, so we know that sec of pi over 3 is exactly the same as 1 over cos of pi over 3 because the third letter here to help you remember. So sec is the third letter is C. So that means 1 over cos of pi over 3. Then pi over 3 is 60 degrees if you like. But the best way to do this is if you can remember cos sine 10 of pi over 3 or pi over 4 or pi over 6. Okay, make life easier for you. Okay, otherwise we can just draw a triangle out. So let's say we can just quickly draw a triangle out, equilateral triangles, okay? Because pi over 3 is 60 degrees. So I write pi over 3 here. And this is pi over 3. And of course, equilateral triangle 2. So now what I do, I split it into half. So that must be 1 because pi over 3 cut in half. So it must be pi over 6. Okay, so 30 degrees if you like. So to work out the, let me just clear this first. So to work out this, so this becomes 2 squared is 4 minus 1 squared, so which is 3. So this one is root 3. Okay, you can work this out like that. Now, sec of pi over 3. So we just need to work out the cos of pi over 3. So cos of pi over 3 is this angle here. So therefore, cos of pi over 3 is adjacent hypotenuse. So adjacent hypotenuse. So that is 1 over 2 is a half, right? So therefore, okay, to work out sec of pi over 3 instead of a half, we just flip it, become 2 over 1. So the answer is 2 over 1, which is 2. So there you go. Second one. So cos sec of pi over 4. Now, cos sec, the third letter. So that means is 1 over sine of pi over 4. So what we need to do is we just need to work out sine of pi over 4. Now, again, if you remember this much easier, okay? So sine of pi over 4 is 1 over root 2. Otherwise, we need to know the isosceles triangle, okay? So this is here. So this is 90 degrees or pi over 2. So this is 1, 1. So this is pi over 4 and pi over 4. And this is hypotenuse is 1 square plus 1 square is 2. So therefore, the hypotenuse here is root 2. So now, sine of pi over 4, let me focus on this angle here. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So which is 1 over root 2. So sine of pi over 4 is 1 over root 2. So therefore, cos sec, so which is 1 over sine. So which is flip it, okay? So 1 over root 2 becomes root 2 over 1. So the answer is root 2. There you go. Part C. So it looked quite difficult, okay? But it's not. It's just the process. We just need to work out one trig ratio at a time, okay? So first of all, we know that cos of pi over 3, let me just write here, is 1 over 2. Again, if not sure, just quickly draw a triangle out. But the way to do this is, if you remember, cos sine 10 of pi over 3, pi over 4, and pi over 6, that'd be fantastic, okay? So let me just redraw this. So this is equilateral triangle. So 2, 2. And this is pi over 3 because it's 60 degrees. Pi over 3. And this one pi over 3. But I'm not going to do that. I split this triangle into half. So that becomes 1. And to work this out, so go 2 square is 4. And minus 1 square. So that means becomes 3. So that becomes root 3 here. And this is pi over 6. So there you go. To work out cos of pi over 3, so cos is adjacent over 2. So 1 over 2. So it's a half. I'll just write here. And minus sine of pi over 3. So let me clear this. So pi over 3, again, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So root 3 over 2. So minus root 3 over 2. Now over, so now 10 of pi over 6. So 10 of power 6 is 1 over root 3. Otherwise, you can just look at the triangle. 10 is opposite over adjacent. There you go. So 1 over root 3. So 1 over square root of 3. And then we plus sine of power 4. So sine power 4 is equal to 1 over root 2. Otherwise, we need to draw this triangle out, okay? And again, the best way to do this is just to remember cos sine 10 of power 4, power 2, and power 6, yeah? To make it easier. So we don't have to draw a triangle every time. So that becomes power 4, and this is power 4. And to work out the hypotenuse, we just go 1 square plus 1 square is 2. So that becomes root 2. So sine is opposite hypotenuse. We're looking at this angle. Doesn't matter which angle you're looking at, okay? So 1 over square root of 2. There you go. So now I just simplify. Now at the top, the numerator, if you like, the common denominator is 2. So we just write in one fraction. So 1 minus root 3 over 2. So let me write this down. This becomes 1 minus root 3 over 2. Okay, that's a numerator. And then divided by, so I'm not going to write fraction again. This is exactly the same as divided by bracket 1 over root 3 plus 1 over root 2. So there you go. So now I just simplify further. So I do the inside bracket first, okay? So that will give me, let me just move this up. 1 minus square root of 3 over 2 divided by, now to work it out, I just rationalize the denominator first, okay? So first one, what I do, I times by root 3 times root 3. So that will give me root 3 over 6 over 3. And then we add, so we times root 2, this one, I times root 2 times root 2. So I just rationalize it. So that becomes root 2 over root 2 times root 2 is 2. So now I just simplify further. So this will give me 1 minus square root of 3 over 2. And then we divide by bracket. So the common denominator is 6. So in another word, I times this by 2. That gives me 2. I times this by 3. That gives me 3 up there. So therefore, that the denominator is 6 now. I just write 6, okay? So that becomes 2 root 3 plus 3 square root of 2. Bracket. So now when we divide by our fractions, we just flip it, okay? Become multiplying. So that becomes 1 minus square root of 3 over 2 times 6 over, so 2 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 2. So that will give me, so I can just quickly simplify it, this with this, okay? So that gives me 3. So now the numerator is just 3 times this, okay? So 1 minus root 3. And this one here becomes 1 anyway. So that 1 times 2 root 3 plus 3 root 2 is becomes 2 root 3 and plus 3 root 2. That's it. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through them with you, okay? Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So first one. So we know that sine of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2, okay? So the answer is root 3 over 2. And then we divide it by cos of pi over 4. So pi over 4 is 1 over root 2. So this one is exactly the same as this, okay? Let me just write this out. So it becomes root 3 over 2 divided by 1 over square root of 2. So now what we need to do, we just flip the second fractions to become multiplying, okay? So that will give me root 3 over 2 times root 2 over 1. So root 3 times root 2 is square root of 6. So that will give me square root of 6 over 1 times 2 is 2. There you go. Second one. So cosec of power 3 square. So remember the third letter. Okay, so the third letter. So 1 over sine of power 3 square. That's what that meant. Okay, so we just focus on sine of power 3. So sine of power 3 is root 3 over 2. So we just flip it, become 2 over root 3. Okay, so 2 over root 3. And this is square. So therefore, the answer is 4 over 3. So which is 1 1/3. There you go. Now, otherwise, of course, you can just quickly draw a triangle out. And that give me pi over 3. This is pi over 3. And this is pi over 3. I'm not going to write that. The equilateral triangle. Okay, 2, 2. And we cut into half. So that must be 1. That must be pi over 6. And 2 square is 4. 4 minus 1 square is 3. So this becomes root 3. That's all. Just quickly draw the diagram out if you don't remember the exact ratio for tricks. Okay. So that means sine of power 3. This angle here is opposite over hypotenuse. See? So sine of pi over 3 is equal to root 3 over 2. But then it's not pi over 3, so 1 over that because cosec. So therefore, this is exactly the same as 2 over root 3. And of course, you square it and you square it. So that's where you get it from, okay? So 4 over 3, which is 1 1/3, okay? Part C. So cot. Now, cot is 1 over 10. And we just need to focus on 10. And then we just flip it. That's it, okay? So again, 10 of pi over 6 is 1 over root 3. And then we just flip it, become root 3 over 1. That means becomes root 3. Otherwise, let me just quickly draw it out for you. So we just quickly draw a diagram out. So pi over 3, pi over 3, and then 2, 2, and 2. And this is a perpendicular height. So this is 1, 1. To work out the perpendicular height, we just go 2 square minus 1 square. So which is 3. So this is root 3. And this is pi over 6. So we need to work out tan of pi over 6. See pi over 6 here? So tan of pi over 6 is opposite over adjacent. There you go. So 1 over square root of 3. But then because it's tan, it's 1 over root 3. But cot will be flip that. Okay, so become root 3 over 1. So let me just write this down. So root 3 over 1 times sine of pi over 6. So pi over 6 is this one here, okay? So therefore, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2, okay? So which is times root 3 over 2. Then don't forget, root 3 times root 3 is 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. So the answer is 1 1/2. There you go. I hope you got all of them correct. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.